If you're new to the project, a big warm welcome. If you're a tough old root, then welcome back. Today is going to be a short video giving you a tour of the Pallet Tower as it sits right now. The first thing we ought to do is climb in. There's no steps yet, but that is on the list. So you step up through the door and you come inside. So it's got a full-size ceiling. I mean, I guess I can touch it if I really try, but it's 2 levels and it's completely made out of pallet wood, including these beams that you see here. All of it is staggered for strength, all of the individual pallets. It's also laminated with more pallet boards to give it even more strength. It's roughly a 10 by 10 on the inside of it, and like I say, it's 2 levels. It's not complete, but we did get our sheeting and our house wrap on it to where now the inside is technically done. The walls are technically finished. The floor isn't finished, windows aren't in, there's no foam board insulation, but the walls as you see them will stay. This is the finished wall. You can reach up and touch it. It'll always be like this, except we'll probably add in some shelves. So as we stated, the entire structure is 100% made out of pallet boards. From the floor to the ceiling to the walls, all the flat boards, our beams, our joists, everything is made 100% out of pallet lumber, with the actual solid pallets themselves as a unit being solid oak. So this thing is 100% repurposed, as cheap as we could make it. So the dimensions of this structure is roughly 10 by 10. That is the width. And then it's about 20 feet tall. So we've coined it the Pallet Tower because it's absolutely taller than it is wide. One of the main points that I want to drive home is that this is not intended to be the final structure. There's going to be another room added out front that'll be attached to this, and that will be the kitchen. So the room that we're standing in right now is technically the living room, and that's how we're going to utilize it at this point. This will be where the chairs are, this will be where the books are, maybe a small desk, and we've got 4 windows. I always heard if any room matters, you want light coming from 2 different directions. And then also, if you've built stuff, you know that windows are incredibly expensive. So we went with the smallest number, right? This room matters, the top floor matters. We have 2 windows in each room that are coming from different directions. Also, in the second floor, we have an easement window, which we robbed from a camper, and that is to give you a method of escape should you need it in an emergency. In this corner over here, we have an access hatch, and that's how we're going to be gaining access to the upper level, at least for right now. The room that we're going to build on later will have a staircase in it, which will get you to that second level. But right now, we've just got this hole, and the boards right here are actually going to be our ladder. They're 2 by 6, so these are store-bought lumber. But I wanted as wide of a step as possible. So I didn't want to try to make one out of those really small pallet boards. I would rather go with safety. But yes, right here there will be a ladder going up, and that's how you access the second level. For right now, you've just got to climb up the wall. Now that we're on the second level, this will be the bedroom. It's not supposed to be a shared bedroom for all of us forever. You know, the idea is to make another space for the children. But this will at least be mine and Celia's bedroom forever. We have our easement window right here, big enough to climb out of. I do have a window. And as Celia stated, it sounded like we robbed someone or something, but it's my camper. I mean, we are robbing it, but it's purchased, it's owned. But either way, the window opens totally so you can climb out or jump or whatever. Where I'm standing right now, it's going to be our bed. It will be in this corner. And then over here will be the children's bunk bed. And like I say, it's not supposed to be a bunk bed there forever. But that way we can all stay in here. We can all be housed until we build more or even do another house farther up the mountain. All of this stuff is pallet wood, including these trusses. All of the flatboards, y'all should have been there for that. That took forever. But it was effort that we get to keep. Since we are leaving this with the appearance of being unfinished, since there's not going to be any sheeting on this wall or on this roof, the effort that we put in will be profitable forever. You'll always be able to look up and think, wow, some dude really, that was a lot of work. And I can just smile and nod and say, yeah, well, at least you can see it all. As some of you guys may know, I am horribly afraid of heights. I do not like heights. I do not like them at all. I don't like them on a Monday or a Tuesday, zero. But I created a really tall structure. And why is that? It's because of Celia. She demanded that our second level be tall enough where she could stand up in, unlike our previous tiny house. And we did that. By God, you know, at least you only got to do it once, right? In case anyone was wondering what this whiteness is behind the actual pallets, that is OSB board. That was the best we could afford, and it absolutely works. But we did, because of Cecilia, we did paint them before putting them up, which was a smart move. It was easier to paint them as an entire sheet and then install them instead of going back and trying to paint the middles. I really like the color white. I like bright spaces. Obviously the wood is dark, however it's got a lot of character. It is really, really beautiful, but I wanted to incorporate as much white as possible. So that's why we painted that white. And it does brighten up the room, even if it's still a relatively dark room. It's a whole lot brighter than if we hadn't painted them at all. If it wasn't for having small children, specifically Hamish, because Ivy can do this really well, I would just leave it like this. I mean, for me, that would be a perfect ladder. But, of course, you gotta have children, right? In case you guys were wondering, two things. Number one, what is the foundation like? Well, we have 6 block pillars, double stack block pillars under it. And we also got the entire structure resting on 3 really large laminated pallet wood beams. I mean, they're huge. Also, how are we going to heat the house? How are we going to heat a structure this small? Because we want to get in it as soon as possible. Well, I left these beams exposed back here on the back side with the ideas of building another room here. And, you know, that way we just continue to laminate these beams, and that'll be the foundation for that next room. However, what I think we're going to do, because we want to get in here as soon as possible, and it's winter, it's cold, it's going to be cold for a while, what I think I'm going to do is put a metal storage building here on top of these beams. And I actually picked one out that I think will work really, really well. But instead of trying to fit a wood stove inside of this house and have it eat up all that much room, because you not only have to factor in the size of the stove, it's that dead space around it that you have to have. We're going to get the metal storage building, put the wood stove in here, so it'll be outside in a non-flammable structure, butted right up against the house, and we'll put a hole right here and just pipe in the hot air. So fingers crossed we can buy that relatively soon, because we are ready to be living in the pallet tower. One final thing to note, in case any of you guys was curious about us here at Steep in the Woods. Number one, we have a website, spring development kits, sediment filter buckets, actual drinking water filters, worm compost bins, you name it, you should check it out. It's really awesome. But the other more important thing is that here on the Steep in the Woods mountain, there are no building codes. 0 building codes. We purposely scoured the entire nation looking for a place that did not have building codes in the Appalachian Mountains with a large piece of land. Ours is so big we haven't even seen it all yet, in our budget, which was, you know, and we are now here. So there's no building codes, thus the Pallet Tower. And as always, if you liked what you saw, hit that button. If you're new to the project, hit that other button. You help support the project, there are links below. Until next time, Steve in the Woods. The Pallet Tower, the tower of pallets, of OSB, and of kills 2 and do it best house wrap.